She don't even know why she said no already.
Yeah.
And she want the person to push it more, maybe.
You see,
To see how really you really want it. The need
I'm clear.
of
Like
the
people
help.
come to.
I'm not gonna think about. Oh, maybe one day I'm gonna need a favor from her, so I better do it. I'm not gonna think like that way. It's like I'm walking on the sidewalk and a man is asking for money, and I know in my I'm never gonna ask for money. I can't. It's difficult for me
to put together.
For me, if I give it to you, I don't expect back from you. I expecting back from the world.
And you're still expecting.
Right. Yeah, but not the same person.
Okay, so then we know that if we do a good deed, we will get the good deed returned in some way.
Threefold,
yes.
right? Like this.
Yes, yes, the cause and effect, karma.
Because there is the sense of serving as well, you know, like we don't do everything to be paid. There is a sense of service to others.
Absolutely.
This is the way of universe works. So.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Relationships are an exchange, and relationships are about give and take. It's how much do we give and how much do we receive. And that's why we've created this bank of life, of your life, to see how much are you giving out and how much are you receiving. Where is the balance? Because normally, if there was a good balance, this wouldn't be the state of our life, where we have those many needs met and those unmet. Because that's what it normally is. Is anyone in the room here not sitting with this interesting circle of mine? Like, maybe the measurement would be slightly different, but is anyone in the room here having all their needs met? Or at least 75% of your needs met? Yeah?
But I find that my 20%, I want it even more now. I'm ready. I'm ready to jeopardize the 80% just for 20%. Just that.
Okay, this is
It's crazy. But still, now I'm in debate with myself. Just.
Are you comfortable enough to maybe share a little bit? Only if you're comfortable? You're not.
It's too much.
Okay. All right. The 20% that you're looking for is based on an aspect. You don't have to say what the aspect is, but what is it that 20%, or maybe a couple of things that you're missing out on?
No, yeah, we need a couple, 1 or 2, and that's gonna make it 100%. But I can't.
Okay, so okay, that's fine, but you're willing to jeopardize 80% to get the
Now,
other.
at this moment, and I'm talking to you, yes.
So if you jeopardize the 80% and get the 20%, you'll be minus 80. Wow.
Well, I said to myself, even if I was the richest person in the world, I want that 20%. And if I'm going to die tomorrow, I know that I'm going to die tomorrow, I'm going for the 20%.
Good for you. All right.
Because all the rest is material. And I need that feeling.
Okay, okay. This is great. You've already said quite a bit. That's wonderful. That's kudos to you. And admitting it as well.
Yeah.
That is huge. That is huge, because generally our point of contention comes because we're not actually acknowledging and accepting that this is the way the picture is, and that we don't sort of move. Okay, so this is another question we went around in circles and circles for, because how many people in the room here like to borrow stuff?
Sorry?
How many like to borrow stuff?
Yeah.
Borrow? You like to borrow? You like to borrow? Anyone else likes to borrow? Do you give it back?
Okay.
Do you give it back?
Sometimes it's intangible.
And
Like,
what?
it's like, oh, I might stay over at someone's house for an example. You know what I mean? I'm kind of borrowing their bed for a bit, but I can't necessarily give it back.
Okay. So you like to borrow. When you go to the bank and you borrow money, what happens?
I eventually pay it back.
You have to pay it
Yeah,
back.
but what do you pay?
Interest.
You pay interest, right? So Please take 100 from the two of them, please, and give the rest 100. These are just really, I mean, we can drill down on these questions, but this is again, let's just call this, go back to the concept that it's bank of life, okay? It's bank of life, and if you borrow money from the bank, then you're going to pay interest, and you're going to lose. And don't let that hold you back, because I really, really thank you for being honest and upfront. This is a game. It's not real. It's not real. Does everyone realize? We're getting really serious. We're getting so wrapped up. Oh my God, what are you doing? You're taking my money away. Why are you taking my money away? Okay? All right. This is supposed to be playful. But it's making everybody think. And it's great. Because that's the whole point. Don't get serious about it. However, yes, the questions are really creating a great dialogue and great discussion in the room. Okay. Do you know how to ask for help? How many people in the room clearly, precisely know how to ask for help? Okay.
So if it's a yes, you actually get
Right.
This is the other way.
no.
Here, the questions start going the other way. So, you know how to ask for help.
There's a quote about a Japanese guy on that, saying if you don't know how to ask,
You don't receive. So did you take from the others? Tash? Did you take away from the ones that didn't get
Dear Dear Clark.
Yes.
Oh, I give you a
You know how to ask?
Yes.
Then you get. Okay.
Okay, you now have to ask.
Ask, then you get.
Oh, you gave me.
I gave you, right? Yes.
that's
Okay, they've already had it.
Yeah, already, yes. So
Okay, it's
what am I doing?
Thank you, Natasha and Catherine. It gets confusing.
Right.
Now, the next two questions, yes.
Is that mean knowing how to ask is
Rub my thigh?
no, to rub, to know how to rub people to get what you want?
No, no. I know how to ask, okay? I would like you to please prepare my lunch for me. And you can tell me to piss off, because you're not interested, right? But that's asking, clearly. Yeah? Okay.
That's
So
why I didn't want that.
you do know how to ask. Okay. So you know how to ask.
get 100,
Because if you go to the bank,
Yeah.
if you go to the bank and you ask the bank manager,
No, I get and I
Yeah, she took it back.
If
If you know how to ask, you get it, you get it.
so she gets another 100 because you gave her back the one she paid.
Yeah.
Now when you have it.
Right, yeah.
You go to a bank and you ask the bank manager for money. If you don't know how to ask and you don't have all the supporting documents, you aren't going to get the money. Right? Simple as that. Okay? Okay, when your gut, oh, we're getting to the gut part. Does everyone know where their gut is?
Here.
Yeah, is that the gut?
I don't know.
Okay.
A little more.
Okay, when your gut is telling you no, do you know how to say no and mean it?
Can you repeat it?
When something inside of you says, no, don't do that, or don't go there, or don't speak to that person, maybe not speak to that person, no, don't do that, do you know how to say no and really mean it? Or is it a maybe, or I can't really, I'd rather not, or do you actually say, no, I don't want to do that?
Yeah, I listen.
No?
I listen to it.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you respond to what you listen to though? Clearly.
Like here.
Like,
I won't go against this.
you won't.
No, I won't.
So that's a great one. Whoever says yes to that gets 100.
As in, whoever's
Yeah, but
You pay them.
always say no.
If you say no, you have to pay out. You don't listen to your gut.
I do.
So what is that?
100%.
So the question is, do you listen to your gut? So when
And when it says no, that's not, you know how to say, okay. Sorry. Okay. You know, a lot of people don't know how to say no.
Yeah, I'll say
And
that.
then Joanne is the person. You know how to say no. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They know how to. They know
Yeah, I was thinking we should have figured out.
It's hard, but I say it. How about that? I don't think I should do it.
All right. Do you give meaningful compliments? Do you give, now hold on, that's the last question. We're going to wrap this one up. Do you give meaningful compliments? Meaning, do you just say to someone, oh, you look beautiful, oh, honey, you are just amazing, because you know that that's going to make that person feel good? Or do you say something to someone because you really mean it? So do you give me, a lot of people say things to people without meaning it.
I find that
You
people
could have
respond to my generic ones better. When I'm like, oh, you look so good, la la la. It's like people will respond, pick up on that. Maybe I'm not very tactful at giving people meaningful responses. Because when I really think about like why I think something is really great and I tell someone, a lot of times they don't think that it's very important. They don't realize that I'm trying to tell them like a compliment. Or
So you don't give meaningful compliments.
I think I might lack in that area. I mean, I try, but I don't think it's working.
No, but you mean it.
But I do mean it.
You mean
You
it.
do mean it.
Yeah, I mean it. But
They
a lot of
just
times
don't
they don't
accept
get it.
it.
Yeah.
You mean it, but they don't accept what
Yeah.
you mean.
But
now,
you give them with meaning, yes.
Now you can have a bit of both, no? Because like business meeting, for example, or in a networking situation or something, maybe you don't give meaningful ones or as genuine ones because it's very quick and you're just seeing. But then I see you or I see somebody else and I really give a meaningful. So there can be like I wonder if most people don't do both. Like maybe I'm sure there's some awesome people that just always are completely genuine, but I'm wondering if there's.
However, here we're talking
Because
about
that's
relationships.
Right.
We're talking about personal relationships. So we're talking more about direct relationships. At work we do stuff
Okay.
sometimes.
Even so, you and me, one day I can be like, Taz, you look great, you look awesome, and that's genuine. I believe that.
Yeah.
But then another day I might be like Taz and really like hone in on one thing, and I'm really saying something. So even with the
Meaningful,
same
right?
person, yeah,
It is, but you mean it.
yeah, yeah,
You're not going to say something you don't mean.
right, yeah.
So it's meaningful. But there are people who don't give meaningful compliments, and there are actually people who don't like to give compliments. Is there anyone in the room that has a little bit of a time giving compliments? Yeah, there you go. There are people like that, and it's okay. It's okay because we're all different. But do you give meaningful compliments? Can also the reason the question is asked is because people give compliments that are not meaningful. So they say things without really being truthful,
So
only to please the person.
with the question you better said, are the compliments that you give meaningful?
Yes, thank you, Andre. We can change it around. Okay, great. How many of you do that?
Which question? Are comments meaningful or?
We'll go with Andre's question.
Meaningful.
Okay.
You give when you give a compliment.
Yeah?
So I pay them.
So you pay them.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Everyone's getting some money. Okay.
But wait, I have a question.
Yes, we are.
Why were you your compliment if it's not meaningful? I'm stupid.
I love that.
Why do we
love
do a
that.
lot of
You're
things?
absolutely right. People still do that, Leah.
It can smooth over a social situation. For instance, if you don't have something to say, you can say, oh, that dress is lovely. And then well, no, I'm saying you can say this. And then usually the person feels like then they should say something like, oh,